What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the drone show. As you saw from the title, this one's going to probably be a little controversial. There's a lot of information out there, some to the contrary, some kind of along what I'm getting ready to tell you. But what I'm going to tell you is from DMD themselves. So I'll show you in the GoPro here. As we're all familiar, I'm sure we've all seen these on Amazon. We've seen them on AliExpress, different things. By the way, you have to forgive me. I believe I've got a head cold or something going on, so breathing is difficult, and so is talking and stuff. But anyway, we'll get through it. Maybe the ladies will like the way it sounds, right? Just kidding. Anyway, the DMD Resin Bonded Diamond stones. So the first thing we think of when we see or hear about these stones is they're absolute garbage. You know, people are like, they're not what they're rated. You know, if you get 1,000, it's like it's a 600. If you get a 3,000, it's like it's a 1,000. If you get a 6,000, it's close. Or maybe a 3,000 is close to a 3,000, but a 6,000 is like a 1,000 and a 12,000. You don't even know what that is. Anyway, all this kind of crap. That's actually not true. The first thing to get out of the way is if you're buying them off AliExpress and Amazon, they're probably fake. They're the #1 cloned resin bonded diamond stone out there, and direct from DMD themselves, they told me that they don't even sell to the consumer market. There are some exceptions, which it's kind of weird. I get it, but I'll try and go through as much of it as possible for you. But they do not even sell directly to the consumer. And I'll tell you from what they said to me in an email, because I had a long discussion with them. So, real quick before we get into any of this, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to sharpen this knife here. It's one of those house chef knives that I got given to me. It's a Browne Halco. It's made of German stainless. Excuse me. Whew. Throat's dry. I'll be drinking a lot of water, guys. But this is what they told me, and I've talked to them. This has been a while that I talked to, maybe over a year ago. I said, hello. Good to hear from you again. First, I thank you for your support of us, which what I basically said was, hey, you know, I like your products, and I know that you guys kind of get a bad rap, and I wanted to get to the bottom of this to kind of let people know. So I said, or they said, we didn't realize that DMD is now becoming one of the consumer brands because we've been focusing on OEM for almost 30 years and never thought about facing the final user. So clearly there's a translation thing there. They never have ever in 30 years thought about selling things direct to the user, okay? You could buy these plates, and actually my 12K plate came from Chef Knives to Go, and he mentions, or they mention Mark in here. They say, so Knifeware and Chef Knives to Go, for us, they are okay customers. Oh, sorry, lost my place. They are okay customers paying what they're calling the okay price, and I'll get to that in a second, what they mean by that. So what you buy from those individual peoples, Chef Knives to Go, Knifeware, etc., shows that, price is what you buy from them shows around 70% of our quality. So when you bought one from Chef Knives to Go, you buy one from Knifeware or the other places, it's 70%. And what they're meaning by that, and they say that those are good enough for regular end users. So whenever they say it, this 1,000 grit labeled plate, it's not 1,000 grit. It's labeled as such, maybe because that's the most common, but it's roughly 70% of 1,000 grit. It just depends. But if they were going to manufacture these to be 100% what they're rated at, they're going to cost more than the $45 or $30 it takes to buy them. So you're not going to get a top tier product for a low tier price. It's just not possible. They go on to say, and Chef Knives to Go, they're more about knife sales rather than sharpening stuff. And that there's nothing, they weren't knocking Mark for that. They were just saying that's kind of more their focus versus sharpening supplies. It says, and Mark is thinking of keeping the business slow because he's not that kind of young. So I'm reading this exactly as they wrote it, right? So what they're saying is Mark's not getting any younger, and he's just looking at selling chef knives. And again, you can get a lot of sharpening supplies from Mark. It's a good place to buy things. You get a good deal a lot of times. But that just isn't what they were looking for. Or looking to, because it's chef knives to go, not sharpening stones to go, right? I think that's kind of what it's coming down to. And again, I'm interpreting some of this from the way that they're saying it. It says, the resin stones, we actually don't sell good or perfect ones to end users. That's straight from them. It says, I know that sounds ridiculous, but yes, this is the truth. And that's them. They said that. The best way you can get them now is from Worksharp, right? That's what I've been trying to tell a lot of people that, I don't know if they don't believe me, don't listen to me. But the best way to get one of their resin bonded diamond stones that are true to form is from Worksharp. They're going to start selling them soon online, and they just did. That's part of their new Worksharp stone list. It says the size that you have in your hand, most of them are in Japan market, talking about these. A very small brand, and they don't really sell to the other area. So these here, some of them are real. Like the one, again, from Mark. It was real. It came from them. So then I just asked some more questions. And I asked, hey, would you like to maybe release one, even if it's not through me, just through another YouTuber or someone, to have a brand and then just kind of get your name out there like that? They said, oh, we would love to. But the truth is, we're so busy. They actually used an expletive. It says this year, and again, this was last year, this year, our total sales is over 8 million US dollars, and that's just OEM sales. So you can imagine how busy we are. Just really don't have time to start a new business branch, even though we would honestly like to. And then here's the kicker. Also, if we're trying to advertise ourselves, obviously the customers will be unhappy, such as Mark and the others that buy their OEM products, because we will clearly have more advantage on price. Well, duh, right? They would be able to sell them cheaper. So that means we'll lose a bunch of large ordered customers. That's why we don't come out to debate with end users also on our own products. So people that go out there and say that these are junk and garbage, they're like, whatever, that's fine. We're not selling to you. We don't care. Unfortunately, you're not buying the real product most of the time, but you're not going to care, and there's a reason behind that. It says that because this is also a way to protect my customers. So if they're out there arguing, right, that's not going to protect the OEMs and stuff like that. When people are thinking that DMD is not good, they will go for another one, meaning somewhere else, which this other one is actually made by DMD. So there's more stuff in here. It says, let me see here. Oh, I'll have to find the other email. It's not in this particular section. But anyway, whenever you look at Japan knife imports, right, take a look at them. So if you look at JapanKnifeImports.com, look at their diamond stone. And I know that this isn't going to look like this, right? But just look for the grit rating. Look at it. It's going to be a green stone. It's going to be on a plate just like this. Number is going to be kind of the same font. And then you kind of realize what I've been trying to say. Whenever you buy these things, they're mostly DMD products, not all of them. They even mentioned that I think that Nanawa had some products that were OEM by DMD. Again, I'm not saying Nanawa's like this one. I'm not saying that this is a DMD product. I don't know. But they did say that they had made some things for or with Nanawa. So keep that in mind. Right now, if you want a true-to-life representation of what DMD makes, the Worksharp resin-bonded 6-inch stones that goes with their new guided system, you're going to get DMD. What I will do now is I'm going to show you this blade. I'm going to go through each of these plates. It's going to be a little long video. I may even break this up over a couple of days, do a couple today and a couple tomorrow. There's going to be an image up here now. It's going to be this blade as we started. I'm also going to show you real quick an image of the 12,000 grit DMD, which I did get from Mark over at Chef Knives to Go, and again, they don't sell them anymore, versus my 12,000 grit resin diamond Nagara from NSK. It's the NSK Kogyo Nagara stone, which is this little guy right in here. For those that don't know what it looks like, it's just a Nagara, but it is legit a resin bonded diamond Nagara. I'll throw it in the GoPro for you. And there she is. It's one of the best little Nagaras I've ever had. But I'll show you the comparison pictures just to give you an idea of what the NSK grit pattern looks like for this little Nagara versus the 12,000 grit DMD plate. It's not 100%, but it's very close, which just goes to show that, I mean, if you go in thinking you're getting 1,000 grit DMD or 12,000 grit DMD, according to their own words, you should be expecting roughly 70% of what it's rated at. As long as you live by that, you're going to be fine. But I'm going to show you each one under the microscope after that initial one and just show you as we go. And then you can listen to it, see what they sound like, and we'll go from there. So without further ado, I'm going to quit yapping, but I thought it was important. A lot of you guys have asked me about my emails from them, and I didn't want to keep putting that off. I wanted to get it out there. What I'm going to use, this is what I use for all of my resin bonded diamond stones. It's dish soap, like Dawn dish detergent, in water. Neves Knives actually has a great way to understand how to make up a proper mixture. You just put water and some drops in here, not a little more than a few drops. And then whenever you shake it up and you can't hear any volume moving anymore because it's sudsy, you should have enough there. So that's what I use. We just slick her up and we get her going. You guys excited about the drawing for that workshop, by the way, on Wednesday? Let's not forget about that. All you have to do is be a subscriber of the channel and comment on any of the videos from the announcement last week until right before the drawing. So this one will be right before the drawing. All right, let's listen to her first. This big old honking knife here. Whew, she's loud. That's gonna drive me absolutely knuckin' futs here. I'm gonna get these little rubber pieces I always use real fast, guys. I apologize. I didn't think I was gonna need them. I usually only use these for actual stones because those little ridges, ribs or whatever, will put imprints on there if you push too hard. And I've been known sometimes to push hard, but it also kind of dampens things. So get in there. Why don't you take a bath, you dirty mug. All right, let's try that again. So yeah, you can hear that this is definitely more than 1,000, but it's not that much more, less than 1,000, I mean, so. If you get these for what they really are good. But you have to understand too, if you get them on AliExpress, most likely these are clones, so they're probably not even really DMD. Some of them are. Oh, another thing too is I asked them, they told me that the official DMD store on AliExpress, that's not them. They don't have an official store on AliExpress. So that's got to tell you about the rampant cloning and all the ridiculousness in China. Like, especially AliExpress. I mean, we know that, right? But look for them on reputable sites. You know, sites that we trust to buy our other items from. That's going to be the best place to get them and know. I'll see if I can't find a link if anyone is interested in them to order the ones that are at least trusted. I'll be honest, the ones that I'm using now, I got them from the official DMD store on AliExpress, but hell, I didn't know at the time that they didn't have an official store. They, in that email or that message, they corrected me. But I do believe that that store at least is selling actual DMD products, but those DMD products were not meant to be sold to you and me through a store, for example. Like they were even saying in that email that it was more for the Japan market and not for what we're getting them through. But nonetheless, I mean, they work. I mean, I've already got a burr, obviously. These are diamonds, right? And this is a, well, this is a harder German steel, but it's nothing like 65 Rockwell or something. It's like, I think 58 to 59 or 60 is the high end on these. Give it one more pass and we'll switch. I really enjoy the higher grit ones. And this knife's a chunk. It's a big boy. This one here, this particular one, is really good at repairing bevels. I'll show you in the microscope, but after each one of these, I'll pop up a little thing up here that'll show you the bevel, so you can just kind of see where it's at, each progression. But yeah, I like these. I mean, I don't think of them as the Nanawa diamond, and what I'll do too is do like a comparison between the Nanawa ones and these, just to show that they aren't the same, but they do hold their own in a different light, you know what I mean? And for the price, let's just, so one of the things I like is to be budget minded if I can, right? Woo! I know that not all of us can go out and drop, you know, 300 bucks per stone on diamond plates, or 200 or whatever. And if we do that, it's on rare occasions, special occasions, right? Or when we really want something, we save up for it. And in order to get an entire arsenal, it's going to take a while for some of us, you know, I mean, myself included. I'm not rich. You know, I'll buy one here or there or whatever. And anyway, but these, you can have something that will fill the void for a while for the price of, you know, you can get 4 of these for roughly the price of one super high-end stone. And I mean, I'm not ashamed to admit that. I like to be budget-minded for you guys too, so that like if you need something like that but don't have, like I said earlier, the money to spend on it, I would love to be able to spend the money myself and say, yeah, this is what you need, or no, avoid this, save your money, let's find something else that's equivalent and go from there. You know, that's what my channel is all about. Reviewing, demonstrating, teaching, and helping you guys in the long run save money. I wish there was stuff like this for me whenever I started out long ago, but that's why I'm doing it. It's quieted down now that that burr is flipped. Yeah, baby. All these ones I got on AliExpress came with a little fixer stone too. It's just for exposing new diamonds and kind of evening out the surface if you need to. It's a little green, like, gosh, I thought it was 1,000 grit. It could be lower than that. A little fixer. Where's it at here? Do I have one up here? Yeah. So like I said, I had the 12K from Mark, which came with nothing. but the other 3 came with this. And I'm going to tell you, this actual little guy here, this works good for a lot of different things. And I got 3 of them, you know what I mean? Because each one of these came with one, so it's pretty cool. Now if I can get it back in my little drawer up here. Come on, drawer. You can do it. Or you can't, I guess, you know. There we go. All right. My next video is going to be repairing the bevel on that Damascus one, because I showed you that it was kind of uneven in spots, which it just kind of bothered me. And I want to do more repair videos anyway. There aren't enough of them on the internet, and a viewers also said that to me as well. I think Miro did, and I agree. There's a lot of sharpening videos. It's nice to know how to actually repair things, because that's the stuff that, like, anybody can learn how to sharpen and anybody can learn how to repair. But when there's not content out there teaching you how to repair, it's kind of hard to do it. All right, I'm fairly certain we are good across the board. Everything is going to be the same as far as burr reduction and stuff. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to take a little microscope picture, and then I'll post it up here. There we go. Man, there's so many diamonds in these DMD plates. Like, the concentration is actually quite nice. It kind of reminds me how Veneve had the 100% concentration, or like whatever the lower percentages were, which I don't know. And I would consider these to be 100%. So this is 5 edge leading strokes at the same sharpening angle, just to reduce that burr down. And we'll do strop and strokes. Oh yeah, we got a fresh surface. Get that cleaned up, because you can hear it like gravel on the back there, up there. Yeah, sorry for the long intro, but I wanted to get that out there for you guys so you knew. It was a lot to say. But also a reminder, I'll say it again, I said it already. Join the giveaway. It's for a Work Sharp belt grinder knife sharpener, not the Kin Onion edition, but it is the Mark II. I've got several belts. Be giving that away in, well, 2 days now, on Wednesday, so the 19th. Can't wait for you guys to see the difference between the 3,000 and this 1,000. So I guess technically we would call it probably 700 and what, 1,500 or whatever, but okay. So super fast. I got my microscope up here. I'm gonna go ahead real quick and I'm gonna clean it off with my Sabatoru Rust Eraser. You can do it the same way. You can, like I said, you can also use those little green silicon carbide or whatever those are, fixing stones that they sent with them. Make sure those are flat, by the way, because 2 of them weren't. They were mostly flat, but they were not flat enough. And that's pretty important if you're trying to bring back freaking even surface on your diamond plates. All right, my microscope's up here out of you guys' sight, but that's fine. It's just gonna take a quick second. I'm gonna snap the picture to an SD card. I try to keep the level of the microscope adjustment the same here for you guys, so that there's no variation or whatever, but it isn't always possible. That actually looks like a pretty good 1,000 grit edge, if I'm being honest. It's not. It's a little grittier, but I mean, it's pretty good. pretty good. All right, let's move on to the next. I grab the 3000 and off we go. How long have we been doing this? Only 25 minutes. We might be able to do the whole thing. We'll see. Just depends on how quickly I go through these next couple. We got this one, the 6000 and the 12,000. Waste not, want not. Here we go. Let's listen to this guy. Significant difference. I will say, some of that has to do with the size of this knife. This thing is freaking massive. It does amplify the sound. I mean, look at it against my hand here. You know, we still got quite a bit left there. But still, it's not that bad. Smaller knives, it's not as loud. The feel of this one's less aggressive. It's more of a, it's more in line with the 3000, right? This is the one that everybody always says is rated properly. I would believe that. But I also believe it's hit or miss, because even DMD themselves said that, you know, they don't produce them with being 100% for these markets that are, you know, because what happens is someone like Mark or Knife or whoever, they come to DMD as an OEM and they say, look, we want to make this product and we want to make it cost X amount of dollars. Can you do it? And they're like, yeah, but this is the deal. And they're like, sweet, let's do it. It's kind of like Walmart, right? Walmart, a lot of times their deal too is that they'll, you know, buy an X amount, like bulk. See how quiet that is? Which helps. But, you know, again, like Knifeware and those guys, Japanese knife imports, the reason that they cost what they do is because they're the ones telling you, we don't want to charge our customers more than this for this, you know. And that's not a bad thing. That's keeping things affordable for you and me. And that's giving the consumer something that they want. So I don't crap on that. We got a good burr. I could actually move. I'm gonna go ahead and just do a quick little run on this side to finish it off. Man, I gotta tell you, this one really is a joy to use. Okay, we're gonna move it on up. That tip just doesn't feel like it's getting the attention it deserves. I mean, I can see it, it is. I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna pay attention to your tip. Alrighty, so we got a complete burr. We're gonna move it on up, just like Wheezy and George. Alrighty. That burr is always noisy. I feel like I can't talk over it. You're probably like, yay, shut up. Tell me you guys' thoughts on what I said to you so far about DMD. How does that make you feel? because I'm sure some of you went into this with a certain feeling about DMD and their products. Maybe even a little bit of a hate. I mean, and that's fine. I get it. Whatever, you know. I'm not here to judge. I wouldn't judge anybody. I couldn't sit here and tell you that I've not ever been in that situation in a product kind of way, you know. I get it. The only thing that we're given is what the internet feeds us, right? So we jump on Reddit, which I love Reddit, and we get that information. DMD's garbage. It's not even what they're trying to sell you. And then all of a sudden we realize the truth. They're not trying to sell us anything. So I don't know why they wanted to tell me that. Maybe they just wanted the information out there. I mean, I did approach them. It's kind of like me approaching Altstone and approaching Sharpening, right? So, which, by the way, Sharpening's got some amazing stuff coming soon too, including the updated version of their soak-free stone. What I'll do is probably give away one of my older Sharpening ones, because if we remember, my 1000 grit wasn't up to snuff. The 6K did an amazing job polishing, but the 1000 left a little bit desired, a little soft, but it actually still cut really well, right? It's just, I'm afraid that it'll wear out a lot quicker than it should. So maybe in light of that, I'll give away my Sharpening, if anyone's interested anyway. I'll do it once I get my replacement set. Back to burr reduction technique here. Still having that discussion I talked to you guys about with the sharp burr. You know, I was thinking about it. I don't even know that trying I could personally make a burr sharp enough to think that I was done with the edge, because every time that I have had an issue with the knife's cutting performance, it's been that the burr is still there. Never has a burr been sharp and aided to the point that I thought it was like ready to rock, only to find out that the burr was still there. And I'm not saying that that person didn't have that experience, but it just blows me away. All right, strop and strokes, same thing, 5. Oh, well, that was interesting. That gouged somewhere or something. It caught the knife. I couldn't move out of that pattern. That's why it went here and then just went like this. Never had that happen before. Huh, weird. Maybe these need chamfered, probably. Oh yeah, this one side's a little higher than the other. But anyway, yeah, I've never had that with a burr before. And like I said, I know that I don't think that person's making it up. I mean, they wouldn't say that if they didn't experience it, I guess. Ugh, there's some diamonds on there. Man, I wish I could get those out of there and make my wife some earrings. Here, baby. I sharpened these out of the stone and I put them in these earrings for you. I love you so much, baby. Come here and give me a kiss. What do you think? You think she'd love me more? I bet she would. I sacrificed my stones for you, girl. It's been a long day. Had a little bit of burr there, so I'm gonna go ahead and take it off the aggressive way. I put a little more pressure, which wasn't a good idea. There we go. I didn't tell you guys this time, and I always do. And for those that are new and watching, whenever I do that, I usually use very light pressure. because it's just trying to get rid of that burr. I feel like I'm at a sprint. You know what I mean? That's gonna need lapping whenever I do it next time, but that's fine. Put this on my drying table, take a picture of the burr, and we're moving on to 6K, baby. I think I'll get them all done. I'll make up my mind in post whether or not I need to shorten this video or not. Let's get a picture really quick. I love this microscope. NYC Knife Sharpening got himself one, and he apparently is he's loving it. I'm glad. Oh yeah, that's good looking. Super good looking. Oh, come here, you. I need a picture. Huh. Oh, that's a little interesting there. Sorry guys, I'm looking at it on the other side, just kind of interested. Huh, anyway, next. Gotta remember to stop and smell the roses sometimes. So here we are with the 6K. I don't know if you saw that in the washed out lights of the drone studio here. I believe for Wednesday is going to be the video I was talking about with fixing that bevel on that Damascus knife. All right, here we go. Let's listen to the 6. Apparently I got a hair on there. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Need some lube. That didn't sound anywhere near as heavy as the others. I'm mesmerized. Lube it up. I don't think you have to do it that much. I'm just being OCD. You can do these dry too. I'm not a big fan of going raw. I gotta stop. Yeah, we're good. We got burr all the way. I'm gonna give it one more pass and I'm gonna move it on up to the 12. Interesting. Good old phone ringing. Gotta shut that off. I ordered another Chinese natural bluestone. It's a different type. It's actually a rough milled one. So you finish it yourself a little bit. You don't really finish it. You just take your diamond, all right, like your Atoma or whatever, and you lap the surface so it's even like you want it. And then you're ready to rock. I paid 18 bucks. It's on its way from China, so when I get that, I'm going to do a video on it. But I wanted to do a proper video on my Sungari Chinese natural stone and my big blue stone, and then this new blue stone, which is, again, it's not the conical blue, clearly. It's the Chinese natural blue. They're really, really, really good stones. As long as you get them from Sy Tools, I believe it is, SY Tools. The real and original Sy Tools. I think there's a couple of those on AliExpress as well. Because they're genuine Sungari and genuine bluestones. Although I think the bluestone came from a different seller than Sy Tools, but man, that thing is sharp. I was about to kill myself just then. But yeah, they deserve a little bit of recognition because they're super high polishers, 5, 6, and 8,000 grit. You'll see them listed on AliExpress like 12,000 grit. Well, that's wrong, but yeah, in the 5 to 8,000 for sure. I want my Morhe 12,000. I want that and my NSK Kogyo. Or the lower grit to start with that on that one, 400. Just because I've got lower grit stones, I just don't have a ton of them. It's not like I do medium grit. I've got boatloads of medium. I think as far as 1,000 grit stones go, I probably got a good 12 different ones of those. Yeah, we're good on the burr. One more pass and we'll do the reduction strokes. Let's go ahead and work this tip just a little. This is another one of those that curves up, right? So like if you're flat with a flat here, if you want to get the tip, it moves on you, right? So just kind of make sure you just kind of rock it up, you know. Tilt your knife up. Do not do that. I almost lost a finger again. I slipped because this is soapy water. It shit's slick. So again, flat, my angle, rock it up, pressure on the tip just for a second. See how it feels. There we go. Now we'll come back to this part. It almost became a full contact sport. That would not have been good. Hope you guys had a good weekend. How many of you are off for President's Day? I was off for President's Day. So was the wife. We just kind of took it easy. All right. Edge leading strokes, 5 of them, alternating one at a time. Remove that burr, yo. What I do with the larger knife, you may see me do this on the other stone, is if it's so big and I can't get all the way back, I'll just come back and then finish it like that. As long as you just remember your angle, that's what it's really all about. You can also do like that and just move faster. Sliding and slicing and slicing and sliding. I think I just gouged the stone, but it's fine. I can't wait to do a cut test. I've never looked at the 12K under a microscope before. I've used it 2 other times maybe. I've never looked at it. Mainly because I just didn't care. Alright, I think we're good. Stropping strokes. Stropping fools. Here we go. Ooh, that sounds like a going over train tracks. Yeah, we got some diamonds exposed. And that happens. I think that kind of comes down into what they were talking about with quality too, right? So, I don't know if it's just how they're bound. Oh, so it's gone. So, I don't know if they use the same binder for their more expensive stuff or whatnot. I do know that those WorkSharp resin bonded stones, because the new WorkSharp stuff has actual several stones. But I know there's, what, 3 resin bonded, I believe. And those are doing really well, so. Apparently the other stones are by USA Market. The ones that aren't the resin bonded, so. Anyway, there's that. Check our burr. It is gone, at least mostly. It'll be fully gone when I strop it on the actual strop. It's always good to strop on the strop. If you don't strop on the strop, whenever you go to strop, it won't strop. It's one of those words you can just use, right, for whatever you want. Strippity strop. Sorry guys, like I said, it's been a long one. Try not to drone on for it. Oh, that's interesting, drone on. I didn't even mean to do that one. I wonder if I can make a flying knife sharpener with my drones. Oh, snap. That's never fun. There we go. Let's just break stuff. Okay. 12K. Where are we at? 47 minutes. We can do this for sure. And I'll probably cut this up a little bit. Okay. So the 6K felt really good too. It felt essentially like a little harder version. Okay. I do believe our GoPro's getting a little hot. I'm going to unplug the battery charger. We'll see what that does for us. I really hope that this previous footage was not lost due to that. That would be real bad, but that's fine, because it'll just make it a shorter video. Oh, I gotta get the picture. Get the picture. Hey, mister, I gotta get the picture. Alright, 6,000 grit. Where is it? That looks pretty good too. Well, that looks real good, guys. Okay. We still working? Alright, GoPro still functions. 12K, let's listen. Oh. Man. Wow. I forgot. Like I said, I've only used this thing a couple of times. Wow. That was smooth and quiet. Holy cow. I gotta do it again. speechless. That is just butter. Butter. I am not kidding. Wow. Holy crap. That's a joy to use. That's a serious joy. Holy cow. Huh. I don't want it to stop. Wow. Yeah, we can move because I got a burr top to bottom. It's a small burr, you know, because as I've said a million times before, the higher grits you go, the less pronounced the burr is. Okay. As you know, this side for me is always louder. It's not my dominant side. This thing is cutting amazingly. Dang. I'm like legit speechless, guys. I'm sorry. So, I guess no matter what, at a minimum, if I didn't recommend anything but one, I would recommend this 12K. I don't know that it's 12K. We'll look at it in the microscope. It's every bit of 5, 6K. I can tell you that. Every bit of it. Maybe even 8. Huh. Smooth. Like, literally like glass. Excellent feedback. It's not mushy, but it's also not like hard. It's in that perfect zone. It's cutting like really fast. I think I'm at an incline here. I don't need to keep spraying it. It's, again, OCD. Wow. Yeah. It's not, like I said, not mushy, but not hard. It's hard, but not that hard that's like, blech. I don't like having to use one that's this hard because I'm pressing the crap out of my steel. You know what I mean? This is, huh. Listen to that. Yeah, I love this one. I like the other ones for certain tasks, but wow. And of course, these are more suited to your super steels, you know, this softer German steel, it's X50 CR MOV 15. That's not what these are designed to cut. They will, and they'll do a darn fine job of it. But no, those are designed for your super steels and your hard steels, you know, your Rexes and your Haps and your high HRC Aogamis and, you know, all that stuff. You guys know what I'm talking about. But man, that thing cut, like I said, really fast. Crap, I didn't deburr. See, it spaced me out. Good Lord. Should I edit that out and look immortal? Or leave it in and look human, huh? 5 strokes for different folks. Gosh, even that. So good. I've not had such a high grit stone be such a good cutter in a while. Maybe even ever. I don't know. The alt stone. Oh, there's a burr. Good. The alt stone high grit stones are pretty good cutters for the high grits. So I guess technically I have. Wow. Like, normally with diamonds, you know, you got something that's more aggressive. The Veneves aren't when you get to the higher ones. They're just great polishers. They're also indicative of their quality and their cost. Okay. Now we're Gucci bang. Let's try that again. Okay. Have to clean these properly whenever I use them next. For right now, just wipe them down. Yeah, so I would say the alt stones are the only thing in recent history that have been excellent fast cutters for higher grit. Go ahead and rinse this here Pappy Van Stinkenstein off. No more soap. Let me wipe it down here. We're going to strop it, and then we're going to cut test it. Then we're going to complete it out. I'll get my edge picture after. Yeah, maybe I'll be fair. I'll get the edge picture before stropping, in case the stropping tries to make it look better than it should. So I'll go up here to my microscope. I'm gonna go ahead and give her the old plop under here. Ooh. She looked good. Yeah, that looks really good. I wouldn't say 12K necessarily, but it's definitely, like I said, it's definitely high grit, so. Okay, sometimes that GoPro, it overheats. It'll show some on the recording console, but not actually be doing anything. All right, we'll give some strapping streaks. What's your predictions? Let's hear it in the comments below, huh? Do you think it's gonna be an amazing push cut? You think it's gonna fall flat because my technique sucks? Do you think it's gonna only be good because my technique's amazeballs? Or how about this? Did you come into this with one opinion about DMD and leave with another? That's probably more important than anything to me. Did I give you information you did not have? And did you appreciate that information? And do you feel differently about DMD as a company based on what I told you? That's more my goal than anything, right? We can all push cut all day long and do different things all day long, you know? So, without further ado, let's listen. Wife's taking a bath, so the water's running, and it's right next to me, so we'll go here first. God bless America, baby. That was quiet and smooth. Did you see the tip that cut that off a second ago? Oops. I'm just kidding. I got mad at it. Let's try it again. Yeah. Cutting circles and trigonometry and stuff. Alrighty. A push cut. Good Lord. Get out of town. So, at a minimum, oops, I snagged it. At a minimum, okay, whether DMD stones are garbage, junk that doesn't have the proper rated stone numbers and blah, 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 no matter what, that was proof in the pudding. You saw the scratch patterns. You saw that it refined it every step of the way. You saw that it created this knife to be so sharp that it push cut like a beast, cut quietly and smooth. That's going to translate when you use it in the kitchen, right? That's going to translate when you sharpen your pocket knife on it. It's going to be able to cut rope or whatever you need to cut, or boxes, etc. So, is DMD shit? No. Are the stones that we're buying that are AliExpress specials and Amazon specials most likely clones? Yeah. Are they also potentially the stones not meant for the US market? Yeah. Do they do the job? Hell yeah. So, with that, that's where I'm going to end it. Good luck to the those that entered into the giveaway. Wednesday is the Work Sharp. It's this guy right here. It's the Mark II. I got belts with it. It's pull-through sharpener. You can do 20 and 25 degrees. I don't know if there's any other attachments for it. The Kin Onion has the blade grinder attachment and stuff. This is just a regular sharpener. It's great for doing, you know, small things. Like, it gets done in a hurry, right? Give it to your mom or whoever, or use it yourself, doesn't matter. But that's going to be Wednesday. All you have to do is be a subscriber of the channel, and you have to comment on a video from last week up to this video, right? Because I'm going to do the drawing Wednesday, there's no other chances to comment. So any of those videos, comment on them. But the subscriber is a big part too. Week after that is the Codical, the Belgian Codical natural stone giveaway. That's still ongoing. Same thing. If you comment on one, you're entered in for that too. Okay. And then our 500 sub giveaway, I'm going to do that on Wednesday as well, I think. So make sure that you also comment for that. If you're not a commenter, you will not be entered, and if you're not a subscriber and you get chosen for being a commenter, you will be excluded. So I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. I thank you so much for the subs. Let's keep it rolling. Let's get this thing growing. I'm going to keep getting stuff for you guys. Keep giving me ideas and stuff. Like I said, and I really appreciate you giving me your time. You don't have to, and I honestly appreciate that. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I love all y'all, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Peace.